Wait, am I back? Am I back? Are you back? Are you here? Yay! Thank you so much for your patience. I am so sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with my connection today, but it's being a poop. It's being a stinky little butt, and I don't like that. But we are back. That said, I don't know what to do if that happens again. I genuinely don't know what to, because at that point I can't keep resetting my modem every time that happens. I might need to call someone at like Comcast or like do the little thing where it like resets on their end. I don't know. But it appears that we are back, and that's what matters. Is it weird to say that I missed you in that little time? I'd rather be having conversations with you than like not. Channel my inner Karen. Oh gosh, I don't know how to feel about that. Because here's the thing, even when it's something like this, it's not an employee's fault that I'm having crappy internet. Like, it's not whoever I'm talking to. Like, they're just there to do their job. I'm just like, hey, look, Audie Karen. No, I don't like that. I don't want to be a Karen. But yeah, no, like, one of my bra hooks broken. No, I'm so sorry to hear that, Amelia. I hope there's a, oh yeah, I do need to refresh chat real quick. 1 second, please. Boop. Audie Karen demanding to speak to the DJ. Can you play Wake Me Up by Avicii? Can you play Wake Me Up by Avicii? It's my son's anniversary. Listen, it's not a real job. It's super easy. You can just do it. DJ, just push play anyway. Oh, I can't even joke like that. Oh, I just can't. I can't. Oh, I can't even pretend. Exposure. No, I played too many gigs like that. What was I on about? But yeah, no, I try to be good to people, even at airports. Like, when I am super ready to just like clap someone's head between some cinder blocks, I'm like, look, I know this is not your fault, and I understand if whatever policies are in the way get in the way. Is there anything you can do? Actually, just the other day, it actually has to do with Touhoufest. So some of you might not know this, but recently I've been going through the paperwork to update my name and gender marker. So as far as the state of California is concerned, I am Jessa, a woman. And I'm waiting for my ID to arrive. And I've also, you know, I've applied to Social Security. I've also applied to DMV. I'm waiting for some sort of, you know, photo ID to be like, hey, I'm good to travel. So when you buy a ticket at an airline, when you go through TSA, the name on the ticket has to match the name on your ID. I believe the gender marker does as well. So I thought that I would have my cards in time. Or, you know, at the DMV, like, oh yeah, they take a picture right there. They can just send me, you know, they can just hand me the card within the day, right? To be so young and naive again. Oh, what a fool I was. To be young and foolish and so full of mysteries again. No. So I gotta wait a couple weeks. So I booked my flights under the assumption that I would have these IDs. I do not have these IDs. I had to contact both of the airlines to update the ticket. And so here's the thing. The first one is with Alaska Airlines. So I call in and the lady's just like, hello, how can I help you? Hi, I need to update my name and gender marker on my ticket. See, I'm going through a change of name and gender marker, and I thought that I'd have the IDs by now. But it appears that I don't. So I need to get, it's currently on it. And she goes, okay, yeah, that's no problem. We can do that. What's your name? What name and marker should be on there? And she's like, and just so I know, which name are you really? And I'm like, oh, it's Jessa. She's like, Jessa, that's a really pretty name. I think that suits you. I'm like, thank you. Actually, I think the way that I phrased it to her is like, oh, thank you. That's really sweet. But inside my head, I'm like, so then I called Delta. Is it Delta? Yeah, Delta. The call didn't actually work out too well. I'm going to put the music back on. The call didn't necessarily go too well, but it did recommend that I send texts. Because they do have like an automated SMS thing. SMS? Yeah. So, I go to them and it's like, hey, listen, I booked under the assumption that these IDs, for which I've turned in the paperwork, would be there in time. Hello, Ba. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And I was like, hey, is there anything we can do about that? The staffer just said, no, you need to rebook. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, you need to cancel this flight and rebook. What we can do is maybe we can issue a bit of a credit from that cost and put it towards that, plus a canceling fee. At least not Spirit. Oh gosh, Spirit. Yeah. So I look into that, and she cites me the amount that I would have. It's like, look, ma'am, with all due respect, I just don't have that kind of money right now. Like, I understand what you got to do, and I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Oh, Frontier. Blah. I've flown with Frontier once. Keyword being once. Never again. I think I'd actually rather fly Spirit than Frontier. But I digress. So I go like, actually, let me see if I can pull up the thing. So there's a monkey's paw moment in this. I still have it. Here it is. Okay. Might as well actually read it through. Being transferred to representative. My name is blank. I'll be happy to assist you. Can you please share the following? As for checking, I do apologize, but we cannot change information from the ticket because it's not transferable. The only way we can do is book another flight under dead name. My response was, that's yikes. I would not even be able to afford that. Is there nothing that can be done? Your basic economy ticket does not allow changes. However, for travel within the 50 United States, Canada, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, your reservation may be canceled for $99 and charged and rescheduled for new flights. I can apply a remaining e-credit to a new reservation. You want to proceed? So I go, just to make sure I understand correctly, it would cost me $99, then whatever cost for a new reservation minus whatever the e-credit carries from that flight. May I ask the overall cost to rebook the same flight and reservation with the new credentials? Yes, it will go through the remaining balance to your e-credits voucher. A moment, please, to check your flight details and how much it costs to book a new reservation. Is that okay? Yes, whatever you can do. It's not your fault. You're helping me well, and I should have been more careful in my booking. But this is potentially pretty devastating. Actually, would it make sense to bring my old identification as well as proof of change to the new name? Because at this point, I'm at the bargaining stage of grief. I'm like, look, I can prove that it's happening. I can prove that the paperwork is in. It was just a matter of like, what do I need to do? All right. The total cost for passenger, including all taxes and carry imposed fees for this itinerary is $108. Do you wish to proceed? And I ask, which do you advise? Purchasing the new flight or presenting information as to the difference? This is where changes, how do I say this? This is where the monkey's paw curls in a finger. I understand your feelings right now, dead name. I try to find other solution, what I can possibly help. Is that okay? I have paperwork confirming the change in the state of California. Would this be acceptable evidence to the CSA, do you suppose? Great. I see it here. We can do changes to your name and gender. That's such a relief. Can you give me a few minutes? Is that okay? Absolutely. Please take whatever time you need. Is this correct? Your first name, Is the other information the same? Correct. Hi, dead name. I was successfully changes your name and gender. I sent to your active email address to check on it. Can I have your active email address? Sure, blank. Just received the email. Hi, dead name. I was successfully send in your email. Kindly double check for me. Is that okay? All information looks correct. I think you're all set now. Is there anything else I can do to help? Thank you so much. Thank you for updating that for me. It was my pleasure helping you today, messaging with you today, if you don't mind. So, I now have an updated flight, but if this was an actual person, and not like some AI or something, they took a lot of joy in dead naming the absolute hell out of me. It's like, okay, I told her that I'm already just changing it's already in the system. Yo-Yo762 with 19 months of subscribing. Can we get some love in the chat for Yo-Yo762? Please continue to enjoy your emotes, your sub badge, being part of the Oddities community. Can we get some love in the chat for Yo-Yo? So it's like, one was just like, oh yeah, absolutely. And she was so sweet. Like, yeah, let's go ahead and get that changed up. And that's a really pretty name. Got you covered, absolutely. And like, here's the thing. If I needed to go in and prove that the name that I checked out with, I would bring the paperwork. I'd be like, listen, here's the discrepancy. Here's the name that it should be. Here's how it transitioned to, my new name and marker, Jessa, Jessa F. But like, I don't know. It's weird. And it could very well be that they might have misunderstood. They might have, this person might have thought that I am changing it from Jessa to my dead name. Or, yeah, it could have been one of those things like, oh, let's sneak in little barbs whenever we can. Sometimes people just don't care and don't want to care. Life will get harder for them as we do. Yeah. I don't know, like, it sounded a little bit like a bot, but the weird thing is, like, the language wasn't, like, the word choice was weird. If it was an AI, it wasn't a very advanced one, But, I mean, I'm glad that they worked with me, but it's also like, gosh, like, that's not really my name, but I'm not going to correct you because I don't want to go through that trouble just to fly there and back. Isn't Delta's AI new? I have no idea. Before that messaging, I didn't even think if they had AI or not. It was the phone call AI, but on text. It was through text. It was just like, look, how hard is it to actually go in and just edit the name on it? It was easy enough for Alaska to do. The hell was going on with Delta? And at what point did they have to change their mind to be like, oh yeah, we can do that for you, totally. Like, what was the threshold? Understanding that I wouldn't book another flight? Ugh. Money. Hello, I like money. Why do we need AI? What? Yeah, exactly. We just don't need AI for that. We just don't need it. Why are we doing it? It's just like, look, all the money that they would invest and spend on deploying an AI, they could just put into paying their staff. Really making them give half a flying rat's ass about treating their customers properly and just like, oh yeah, I can just go in there and edit that now. What does it need to be? Either yes, they didn't want to lose you as a customer, or someone else told them that was allowed to make the edits. Yeah, that can happen. It can be like, oh no, we're not supposed to edit that willy-nilly, but like, oh, they're serious. Okay, let's go for it. But it's like, Wandervox, thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you. Wonderful name, by the way. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matara Khan of VShojo, Touhou Eurobeat, and much, much more. Great to have you here. Can we get some love in the chat for Wondervox? As a former customer service rep, I used to pull strings all the time. I don't know if we ever interacted back then, but I appreciate the hell out of you. You're doing God's work. Yeah, no, it's just like, how hard should that be? Hey, the info that I provided was slightly wrong. Is there anything that I can do about, getting that updated to be proper? Shouldn't be some gauntlet. It shouldn't be some, like, Sisyphean task, You might want to buy a dress to relieve some stress. That takes money. Lord knows, I spent enough on supplies for the trip today as it is. That said, dresses and dress shopping do those do actually quite make me feel wonderful. So I would not be against that in the slightest. Or just go on Throne to admire dresses. See, here's the thing. Okay, I think I've had this conversation with y'all before, but I like to reiterate it. I don't know if I have properly adjusted my throne to reflect this, but I'm not sure how comfortable I am requesting things from you that do not directly impact my business when I have needs that allow me to maintain my business. Like, if I need to get ends to meet, if I need a new laptop, which I eventually might, if I need a new, controller, like a MIDI controller or something, if I need a new microphone or something, I don't feel like I should be incentivizing you to purchase me dresses and shoes. Don't get me wrong. I will not decline if someone gets me a nice dress or nice shoes, etc. But, like, it feels disingenuous of me. And I don't think I've taken down a bunch of the clothes stuff, but I think I've put emphasis on ways to directly help, like materials or goods, or even it's my understanding that now that like Throne does like a cash gift thing, and I did put a couple of things up there, like this is about this much for gas, this is about this much for utilities. I think I even have a thing up there for like a month worth of rent. And mind you, the amount of things, thank you for the headpads, the amount of things that y'all gotta buy me for being here is 0. I am so glad that you're here. I am delighted that you are spending time with me at all. Like, please understand, I do not expect or demand anything from any of you. You being here is enough. I'm here to entertain you. Oh, hydrate, that I can do. So thank you for the reminder. So, it's weird because I used to love those Throne streams. I used to love like reviewing your submissions and like doting over dresses and gushing. It made for good content too, let's be real. I mean, what, over 500,000 views on Instagram for that one where I'm just going, it's so cute. Like, I love that. I love dress shopping. Oh my gosh, yes please. Just love it. But I don't feel right implying that request to you when there are other things that I might need a little bit more imminently. Does that make sense? Oh, did this disconnect? Hang on a second. Let me open up my tits again. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, so that's been my thing with Throne lately. It feels weird to serious moment because you make our day special. Change gift position. So I think it's just been a couple of minutes. There's been a couple of disconnects, Nathan. So it's just been like that. On and off today. So, I don't know. I love cute dresses. I love that kind of thing. I love cute shoes. I love makeup. Listen, if any of y'all are not familiar with the level of girly girl that I am, I'm the kind of girl that will like almost cry happy tears the day that I can properly... Yo-yo? What happened? What have you done? Hang on, I gotta do, hold on a second. What happened? What? Oh no, that's so cute. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Ah, thank you. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, hold on. The buttons just press themselves. You have done enough for me, though. Like, you've already bought me so many things. You don't have to... Like, Yo-Yo, of all the individuals here, like, weren't you one of the folks behind getting me this desk? Like, you're good. You've been good for a hot minute now. But, like, genuinely, thank you. From the bottom of my heart. That does... It's a little... Thank you. I have activated the Secretive Throne trap card. Wait, Daniel? You too? No. Hold up. Phew. Whew, okay, thank goodness. Yeah, Yo-Yo bought the, Yo-Yo, was one of the folks that, chipped into and, like, contributed, like, the rest of the cost of this very desk that I'm using now, and do to this day. Thank you, genuinely, like, that's the weird thing about, and before I forget, and I'm gonna keep stammering for a little while, by the way, thank you, and I look forward to wearing that dress. I can hardly wait. Didn't buy anything, it's just when I said throne, it sparked a purchase somewhere. Yeah, I suppose so. It's hard for me to process sometimes. So, yeah, can we get some serious love in the chat for Yo-Yo? I don't know, I have a weird relationship with it, I suppose. It's like, I guess my fear is that someday someone will buy something for me as I'm like closing my business, you know? It's like, I'd rather, I don't mind something, but I have my own issues to deal with. No worries, Nathan. Thank you so much for even, like, considering that for a second. That is extremely generous-hearted of you. I don't know. I'm just... Can I say something weird? And mind you, this is not inherently the same thought process for everyone, let alone anyone that has similarities to myself. There's three things that make gifts weird for me. And I've talked to y'all about the stalker situation that I had. You know, I don't think that that's been as much of an issue. I've learned how to graciously accept gifts in general. I guess I'm not used to people going out. Oh, thank you for the reminder, Lord Gwumbles. And I'll do the hydrate now. I'm not, thank you for that, Pets. I'm not used to it insofar as, one, I never expected of people because money is hard right now. Like, people got rent to pay. People have, bills to pay. People have stuff that costs them money. They have just expenses that they may not predict or expect. So, thank you for that, Pets. It's part of why I try to make as much as I have accessible in ways that are free. No worries, Amelia. Thank you so much for popping in. Have a great rest of your evening. Sleep well. Night-night. Can we get some love in the chat for Amelia? The other thing is, like... Oh, shit. Okay. I thought I got you wrong. Well, I suppose I can do that for you, Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo? I would be more than happy to provide that for you. Are you ready? Yo-Yo. You are such a good boy. What a good boy you are, Yo-Yo. So generous, so kind, so sweet. What a good boy you are, Yo-Yo. What a good boy. Good boy. I'd say that's fair recompense. And actually, you know what? As a matter of fact, because you just bought me something, keep your points. That one's on the house. Look at the throne. Nathan, please don't worry about it. Right. So the other thing is, I guess my relationship with receiving gifts. And this is the part where it's like, do not take my experience as universal. I grew up attempting to be a masculine dude. And masculine dudes tend not to receive a lot of gifts. And it's not to say that I was some pinnacle of masculinity, but like, I'll not have it said that I bought my good boy with knowledge. Very well. You can redeem it again if you'd like, and then maybe I can double it up. 2 for 1. I'll put it that way. That way it's a deal. And then you still use your points. So like the idea, and that's the thing, when I transition, I'm like, okay, so I shouldn't expect people to like all of a sudden want to dote on me or whatever. If anything, that would be like a sign that people are trying to like, that might have an ulterior motive or something. But in that, or rather that it was, or, you know, that and like it might be an unrealistic expectation. So when people actually do that for me, it's surprising. Not in a bad way by any stretch of the imagination, not at all, but like, it's just like, wait, people like buying things for me. What the heck? Like, yeah, it's I feel honored and doted on, and I don't know, I like it, but I don't always know what to do with that feeling. To know if I'm adequately showing gratitude, or if I'm being unrealistic with the things that I put up there as some kind of request. Oh, am I dropping frames again? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have a weird relationship with receiving gifts like that. Thank you. Thank you again for it's definitely something I've had to learn, accept people like you for you and folks you know. I'm struggling to find the words. I'm still learning to love me for me. I'm finally in a form that I can do that now. You know, like I'm finally a version of me that I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm ready to love me. But it's weird, or rather, it's foreign to me. ASMR mode for 5 minutes. Testing redemption, please ignore. Should I ignore that? Or should I, words are failing me. Should I do the ASMR mode? Chain topic came out to my best friend yesterday. Both her and her husband said we're proud of, oh, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh. I want to give the 10K points back. Should I hit accept then? I can do that. Thank you, Tommy. Like, should I accept it for the points? I guess is the issue. Yeah, can we get some love in the chat for Deflated Eagles? That's incredible. Congratulations on you. And honestly, nothing hits like sister. Eres bisexual y yo soy un transformer. Very well. I see. Hello, Senpai 2921. It's great to have you here. Awesome. Okay, yeah, nothing hits like being called sister and calling someone sister and being sisters with someone. Up there with auntie, honestly. Just, I don't know, that and daughter. Oh gosh, daughter. I'm not supposed to get emotional right now, damn it. I'm supposed to be the stereotypical ada mommy voice. I'm not supposed to have feelings like that. I'm obviously joking, but still just thank you for that, Bats. My goal in life is to be a cool ass auntie. I have no doubt that you will be a cool ass auntie if you're not one already. Oh, this song's really sad. I'm gonna skip this one. But yeah, no, I wouldn't know that feeling. I'm confident in my sexuality. That's fair. That is totally fair. But yeah, no, like, I am happy that, oh, right. I think Tangia might be, a little borked again. Yeah, there's a lot of these that are pending. Goodness gracious. How do I do this? What am I looking for? Maybe I need to like actually just refresh something. Oh, I'm not signed into Tangia anymore. I think it might be having issues in that regard. Okay. Hydrate, that I can do. Okay, let me see if TV Frank, you make a great daughter, sister, and aunt to your family. They love you, not just because blood relative, because they... Thank you. And I will say that, like, I've worked on my relationship with my with my family too. Like it didn't always start proper. Like there was some friction early on. I remember there were some rough conversations to be had here and there, but over time, Senpai2921, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matarakana v Shoujo, Toho Eurobeat, and much, much more. It is great to have you. What am I looking for? What am I trying to do? Where are my settings, really? TTS Studio, earnings, home. I guess it would be studio. No, that's to make a text-to-speech of my own voice. Feel on progress. Can I say something else, please? Aw, thank you, Tommy. That's so sweet. What the heck? All right. Let me do that. Hydrate. Did one. Okay. Let me see what I've got to do. Nah, Pixie. You're an amazing sister. What am I looking for? I'm trying to find how to refresh the widget, right? Oh, I know what I got to do. Hold on a second. I know what I got to do. I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. All right, we're going to go here, and we're going to refresh it. Ah, I see. Yeah, no, like, how do I say? Ah, all hearts, yay! So the thing for me is, I try to be graceful, even when I don't necessarily owe it to someone. It doesn't always work. I'm not always good at it, but I do try to be, gracious when I can. Like if it's someone's event, I try to, respect the rules and dress appropriately. Thank you for the, oh goodness, everyone's getting head pats. I try to be like mindful in that regard. Partially because my family does invite me out to things. They do make space for me. They do take care of me. And it's not that, how do I say, we don't necessarily inherently owe each other that, but I try to respect that. And thank you for that, Bets. I think on some level, that's actually really helped me like connect with my family, even folks that I had some sense were suspicious before. Is it a 10-second delay? Might be. Hold on a second. I don't think we have any more pending anymore, but I think there was a lot from like, what, 45 minutes ago that collected up. So I think we're good. Oh, wait a minute. No. Pending only. Refresh? We should be done. Yeah, I think we're good. I don't know if it's a 10-second delay. I haven't really counted it out. It's not that I don't owe my family passing. I don't owe my family femininity. I don't owe my family behavior in that regard. But in my case, I choose it. Partially because I feel like femininity and certain things affirm me. And partially because I guess I see it as a token or a gesture of goodwill. Like, look, I like how I'm going to be. I'm not going to compromise for you, but I am going to do, I'm going to be presentable to you, put my best foot forward. And I've noticed that that's worked kind of well for me. I think my family was expecting bitterness and like defiance, which there are reasons for that to be warranted. There's reasons for people to be bitter or to be upset or to make a statement with how they behave. It's not, and there's also a certain amount of catering to those around me that might be unnecessary on my part. But I feel like it's allowed me to just demonstrate that I do, love my family back. Then they demonstrate that they love me first. That's been important. That is a luxury. That is a luxury that very few people get. Shannon with the timing with that. Hello, Shannon. I see that you redeemed the Moe Moe Kyun redemption. So let me see if I can get ready for that. Ready? Let me see what I can do. Oi! shikunare, moe moe kyan. Right. Thank you for redeeming that. Hello, Shannon. It's good to see you here, and thank you for humiliating me like that. But also, it's good to have you here in general. Allow me to return to center. But I think that has made it easy for. Yeah, honestly, fair. That's kind of made it easy for my family to just kind of work with me a little bit. Again, I don't owe them that. I am not compelled to do that, but it's kind of nice. So I tend to get invited to stuff with the other galleys, and I tend to be invited. I've been invited to like family birthdays and like baby showers and things like that. And I don't feel like it's because I quote unquote earned it or unlocked it or something. It's just like, I guess in showing that I prioritize that their own joy is still a priority to me. That they've kept doors open. And I worry that in saying this, it's like presenting it as if this is the somehow be all end all solution, or that there aren't legitimate reasons to protest or be upset. There are some things that when I came out, my mom said she knew because I would only go out to give Parson Town, but don't care about my extended family. That's fair. I had some signs. I was not always good about keeping those signs subtle either. I also do remember that I worried about how to defend my identity more than I actually thought I did. I won't get into why, but it was just like, I was there with like professional evaluation. I went to like a Christian counselor who determined that I needed to transition. I had all that kind of stuff. My blood work was done. Was my blood work done? I think my blood work was done. And like, I was ready to be like, well, on these grounds, I am who I say I am. And I go in there and I come out and they're like, yeah, okay. Might have seen this coming a little bit, but like, clearly you've thought about this for a while and we're happy for you. I'm like, huh? Shaved my head and was in Rocky Horror Picture Show. The closet was glass. See, listen, I liked Ranmo in half and made high BPM brony dance music. It was inevitable for me. I don't know. One thing that I will miss about welcome back, gamer. One thing that I will miss about having my dead name and my old like profile picture, my old photo on my ID is I can't joke about it anymore. Whenever I hand over the ID and they look at me and they look down, I'm like, the Johnson & Johnson, they don't tell you stuff like that, or like, you install 5G once. And that's gotten a few chuckles, a few giggles out of people. Or like, I had a mad glow up during COVID, which is not inherently false. But now it'll just be like, okay, yeah, here I am. Take care, Archines. Thank you so much for popping in. I hope dinner is delicious, and see you again soon. Yeah, I look forward to streaming for y'all on I think Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Oh, my DistroKid money came in. But yeah, no, like, I'm very fortunate to have a family that regards me properly as a sister, an auntie, a daughter. And hearing those names is very affirming. And to me, it's that euphoria is a big part of how I know that, yeah, this is really me. Because like certain terms the other way, it's not like okay, I did definitely have dysphoria. I was about to say something that was really going to be untrue. But for the most part, certain things didn't bug me. Hell, in certain contexts, even getting dead name doesn't bug me too much. I liked my name back then. It's just like a shirt that no longer fits. That just doesn't work anymore. It's like, okay, time for something new. I never had a family that really supported me. There was one person that did, but they couldn't say anything. But nowadays it gets so blushy when they start going and accepting me, and it feels so good. Yeah. Has literally any of these? Lexi. Yeah. I get that, and I hate that I get that. Oh yeah, that was another thing. I was into Touhou. That apparently is a sign too. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Yeah, in retrospect, there was a lot of stuff that was like, there were signs. Yeah, I don't know. God, I love being a girl. What were we on about before all that? I'm sorry. Yeah, no, just, yeah, gifts, right? We're talking about, I got into gender through gifts, because, like, now don't get me wrong, it's not like people didn't get me stuff back then. Like, I received gifts from time to time, birthdays, Christmas, that kind of thing. How come on some of your videos on YouTube music vids you have by Odyssey featuring Just How can you feature yourself? I want to. Sometimes there's production credit and then there's vocal credit. It's like Discord 2019, Eurobeat Brony featuring Odyssey. In that case, Eurobeat Brony is the producer and Odyssey is the vocalist. I can feature myself by just doing so. I'm still in denial, but when the day happened that I'm a girl, I'm going to be as delighted as you. Well, listen, if you're aiming for it, you're there. Gamer, if you're waiting for that day, you're there. If you want to be a girl, I've got some good news for you. Wow, I thought Tombstone made Discord. My favorite Eurobeat Brony is remixed by the living Tombstone. I love their song Hell of a Boss. Kibby, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. AMAB, cis by guy here. I found out I was bi after 3 years of showering with 2 years after swim practice. It was a shock to everyone I knew, including me. Life is weird. That's totally fair. That's totally fair. Sometimes, like, here's the thing. Because a lot of people are looking for dysphoria as a sign that something is wrong. Or, like, just, that's the one thing they'll look for. It's like, there's a lot of other signs where it's just, like, discomfort with things or, like, comfort with other things. They're looking for, what people are looking for usually is just being assigned gender bad, which is, it's a way to tell. But they're also not looking for things like, oh, that's not a very cisgender reaction, or oh, I didn't expect to react that way. There's a lot of little signs like that. Like, I don't know. I wasn't even the one that like chose girl characters only, like when it came to like pre-mades. I did make femme characters pretty often in games when I had like a character creator, but I don't know. But yeah, no, like, I feel like I've bounced around so many different subjects. I'm sorry. Also, listen to Seraphim today. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you. I remember at the time, that was my attempt to sort of bring back that more serious kind of Eurobeat style that I would do with like the deep orchestral stuff. I feel like it's in the same kind of cinematic universe. Sorry, as like Somewhere Within. I used to not think I was trans because I didn't want to transition medically, but then I realized I am so happy dressing hyperfemme Gyaru and then also dressing like Adam Sandler. That is so valid. And that's the thing, like, that's another thing that a lot of folks don't think about. It's like, you don't have to transition medically to be trans. Like, you can just be there. The way that I put it is, unless someone has an appointment with your medical body, it's not their business. It has the same feeling as Uninstall Love, and I like it. I could see that. That kind of like, that intense kind of emotion. Like, Uninstall Love was pretty, like, bitter. Adam Sandler cosplay about to be on the rise for sure. Oh, no. I hate it. I hate it. I remember the picture that I posted to Twitter when I came out. Everyone was like, Blossom! Blossom from Powerpuff Girls! Blossom! Grown up Blossom! And I love it! I should do that again. I didn't even watch a lot of Powerpuff Girls growing up because, like, I didn't have cable. My grandparents had cable. Lesbians. I did not know there was an alliance. But yeah, no, like, y'all, for those of you who are for those about to gender, I salute you. And also, you don't have to transition medically. You don't got to touch any of that. If you want to, go for it. But like, it's your life. You do what you got to do. You are who you say you are. And we're past that point where body determines that kind of thing. That's just not how we do. Put it another way, I have met people who like may not be, it's not even necessarily eggs. It's just like, there are folks that are just so gender that it's like, look, you don't have to touch a single hormone. You don't got to start any of that. If you're just you, like, you're girl today. Okay, we're just gonna roll with that. You're masked today. You're neither or both or somewhere in there. You're good. Like, who cares? I have my binder and it's all I need. I like dressing boyish, but God, if I ever look like my egghead dad, I will fall to my knees. Oh no. I will say, I apparently took after my grandfather before I started HRT, and now that I'm on, I am very much my mom's daughter, which is great because my mom's pretty. But yeah, I was worried for a little bit about like how much it would actually do for me. Also, I'm realizing every Just Chatting stream at some point or another gets into gender talk. Is this why you're here? But yeah, no, like, that is something that I ask myself though. It's, am I, do I just enjoy cross-dressing? Am I NB? Am I fluid? And it's just like, okay, I can just ask myself some questions. I'm like, do I prefer girl or woman and stuff like that? Yeah. Would I feel upset a certain way? Or what would I do if given the chance? And I found out that, like, okay, I think I just lean femme. The weird thing for me is that after getting surgery so my body is less femme, I was suddenly so much more comfortable with my clothes being more femme. How do I say? I think that makes sense though, because like your body is now on your own terms. And now it is the kind of canvas that you're looking for expressing things the way that you like, you know? So with your clothes being more femme, even if your body is less femme, that kind of just, that's how you're presenting. And that's fine. That's wonderful. I think I've seen a lot of like, and mind you, please understand that I am not speaking from my own experience. I'm speaking from what I have read online, and it could be very wrong. And if it is, please correct me. Please, please, please keep me on this. I've read the experiences of a few trans masks who are super giddy to hop into feminine clothes and like do makeup and stuff like that. Like, obviously, I'm not going to say like, oh, this is some X% of trans masks, but like, it happens enough to where it's like, look, if that's where your comfort is, if you want body one way and presentation another, that's fine. Just be like, that's your body. That's your presentation. Do what you gotta do. All right, Pixie. Kind of hard for me because when I was younger, from the day I was born to the day I stopped seeing these two people in my life, I was in relentless conversion therapy, minus the therapy part 7 days a week, because I didn't like that was not a man and everything goes. Gamer, I might have forgotten that you've been through that, and I'm sorry to hear that. By the way, you all know that conversion therapy is essentially torture, right? In some places, literally torture. That's not an exaggeration. Some of the methods that are used actively involve electroshock and other methods like that. Goodness. Gamer, I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm glad that you are no longer seeing those two people. You are worthy of being wholly and wonderfully yourself. Honestly, you know what else should have been a sign for me? It seems illegal AF. No, it's not just legal in many countries, but in many places encouraged. Being trans is actively being outlawed in many countries and states, etc. Conversion therapy. Pray the gay away. No, there's no typo there. Ooh, well played. Apt. If I may pull things back to a different subject, another sign that should have been the case for me, I kept liking the bosom, like, redheaded bombshells. Like, when I was a very young kid, I really liked Ariel. When I was a little bit older, I liked girl mode Ranma Saotome. When I started playing League of Legends, I really liked Miss Fortune. Redheaded girls with big titties. Imagine! I really shouldn't have done that to my voice. Ow, 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 ow. One day by accident, when writing a story, I just off the whim of my subconscious, I showed it to my mom and she told me, okay. Then later, as I was completing the beginning of it, realized it was an LGBTQ story and went down that path of self-discovery, and that's how I found out where I'm at nowadays. That's fair. Honestly, like, exploring it, the egg was egging. I was hard-boiled. Or rather, I knew my shell was there. Like, there had been some chips in that shell. In fact, I remember there's like a childhood video where my sister mentions that I would go in her room all the time. And at the time, the explanation that I give is like, well, yeah, she had all the books that weren't in my brother in my room. I was not going into my sister's room for the books. I rocked my sister's princess dress more than she ever did. But for a little while, before we were as mature as we could be to process this, that was our explanation. That was our way to hide it. It's just, yeah, there are some cracks in that eggshell from the start. I will say that I'm glad that my parents haven't properly ever said, like, oh, there were no signs. There were signs, and they acknowledged that. One of the signs that I knew but didn't know at the time was because of what was happening to me was anytime I saw a picture of two anime or IRL women being together, just holding each other, being cute with each other, no sexual way imaginable, I felt my heart beat a little bit faster, making me yearn for that. Aww. Yeah, honestly, that's super fair. That apparently that's a way that a lot of folks discover that they're trans femme. Like, you saw the signs for... Wait, with me? I mean, I was already making high BPM dance music in the Brony fandom, but, what else was I doing? Oh, no. Oh, no, what else were my tells? Oh, no. Do people have How many people have stories of me setting off their tradar? Okay. All right. Yep. I remember the Audi sock trend. Okay, chat. Have I told you about the Audi sock trend and how I accidentally set off Tumblr Pond to do sock pictures? Listen, I stand by that. I kind of sad that I had to stop because, like, it turns out that, that was during a time when I was hunting for jobs, and also I found out later that my grandpa on my dad's side had seen it and was a little bit upset. So for a little while, I had driven back home from Austin, Texas. I had gone there for a startup that I ended up not going with because, like, day one on the job, and after reviewing the actual app, I'm like, I want nothing to do with this. Stayed in Austin for like a week or two and came home. That put me back on the job hunt. And for a little while, I was so depressed, I actively changed the minds of people that thought that it was something you just run off, that you just get some sunlight for. I remember waking up one morning and just going out to make breakfast, and I think my mom was like, honey, are you depressed? And I think I remember just responding like, most likely. Amazing how things change. So, a coping mechanism before I found work was, having some nice socks and just taking pictures of my legs in cute socks and just posting it. It's like, yeah, just this feels good to me. This is affirming to me. I didn't realize at the time that it was technically a little bit spicy, but this kicked off a trend on Tumblr, specifically within the brony fandom. Like, apparently, I had pretty darn good legs. Apparently, my taste in socks was cute. And apparently, TumblrPon wanted in. So, after a while, other people started posting pictures of their legs in socks. And that started doing pretty darn well for itself. And I remember someone even posted like, oh, early brony fandom on Tumblr. Oh, I must I must put my OC in cute socks. This year in the My Little Pony Tumblr fandom. Oh, I must put me in those socks. We're talking rock socks, like a fanboy rock socks or what? So, I'm talking about thigh highs. For a little bit there, I was a programmer sock kind of girl. Pretty sure that trend probably helped two of my friends. No way. Was that actually part of like cracking a couple of friends' eggs? No way. I gotta be honest. It's hard for me to measure the actual impact that I have. Cause like, apparently my coming out was like a thing for other people. And I am incredibly honored by that. But even the sock thing, like, that was before I came out. That was before then. It helped. Really? I'm honored to hear that, actually. So, I guess, like, there's a part of me that is surprised that I've had that kind of... Listen, I'm still surprised that people had an emotional reaction to my brony music, Like, that's a weird thing. I was gone for a bit, but now I've returned with copious amounts of orange soda. Ooh, that sounds really good, actually. I don't tend to hanker for soda, but, like, I actually like grape soda for some reason. Sorry, there was a bug. Crush it with the wrapper. There we go. So, I will confess something, by the way. I had some idea back then that I was trans. I didn't want to allow myself to admit it. At the time, I had excuses for it. I was like, oh, it's just a cross-dressing kink. It's just a weird fetish. It's just, I just need to vent it out from time to time. And I'll be good. I'll be fine. Won't need it. Words are failing me right now. It took getting a job again and finding a place of my own, and I mean properly of my own, before I really put it back on the table. It got pretty bad. Like, it got to the point where my brain was like, listen, you need this to live. This is not just something for you. This is not something that you pray away. This is not something that you just vent out from time to time. This is who you are. You're either trans or you're not long for this world. And after that, I was just like, okay, I need to at least put it on the table. Because then I could evaluate it and decide that it's not for me or how far it would go. Think of it that. Like, that's actually, to this day, that's still a thing for me. Like, if I am no longer happy, if hormones no longer make me happy, if, having my legal paperwork say Jessa instead of my dead name no longer makes me happy, then I'll stop. And I'll evaluate whether I'm going to stop there or if I'm going to actually, like, go back. Because those are options for me. But have any of those conditions ever come along? They have not. Have I, conversely, felt measurably better for just even these little steps? Immeasurably so. Sometimes you have to do some stuff that you don't want to do, but your body and brain, so once and maybe it's going down the path. Yeah, exactly. And I remember for a little while too, like, I had to mentally separate myself from dead name, essentially. Like, I would kind of like split my traits between, you know, the me that I thought that I was becoming and the me that I thought that I was abandoning. And while that was very much dysphoria and also not being kind to myself, it kind of helped me process. On some level, that was, on some level, that was just processing. That was the old me getting me to where I am now. Welcome back, Timber. It's only gotten worse, but I need to be here. Timber, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope things get better soon. I'm not sure what that will take, but I hope that you'll be safe and okay. And if ever it gets so bad that you need to process something or get yourself out of here in an emergency situation, please do take care of yourself first. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump down this particular depth, rather. I mean, you know what another sign was? No one had to tell me to go into my sister's room and like rock that shit. I just did that on my own. That was innate. Listen, old school me, like super young babby me knew that I was princess material. Let's go. Gotta go, but thank you for the stream. Thank you so much for popping in, Peg Catapult. Have a great rest of your evening, okay? I had a bad wake up with a leg infection going very south due to depression and not taking care of myself to actually come out and get back on track of transitioning. Where I lived, I got held up in paperwork and judgment hell from doctors for 6 years before that point. Arrogath, I'm sorry to hear that. As much as I have many reasons to criticize the Bay Area, one thing that I will very much celebrate and give it credit for is that here it's a lot easier. I was able to get evaluated and tested for things very, very quickly right away. And the doctors that I've seen have, for the most part, been very, very good about acknowledging that. So, just bits like that. And granted, I'm here in California, so like, there is a general trend towards progress. The good news is I didn't lose part of my leg. It's mostly healed aside from scarring. I'm 2 years on HRT and should be getting name change and such done in about 3 months. Right on. Due to everything that was going on. Oh, you sent this one before. Let's try and take care of it. But for me, as I stopped taking care of myself, now I take care of... Exactly. Actually, if I may lean into the levity side with a little bit of spice... I'm actually gonna pause the music for a second because this is a happier thing, but it's also potentially spicy. I was thinking to myself as I was driving over to the mall where the Apple store was, where I was gonna get repairs done, if I had the money for it. I remember thinking to myself, like, well, I think I might just have to be the bitch that soft arms myself into being pretty, like. You know, what would I want to hear to actually, like, keep myself in order? Like, I just imagine just in my own head, you know, good girls keep their faces clean and moisturized every day. Can you do that for me? That's my girl. To myself! And you know what? You know what? It works. It works too darn well. I hate how well that worked. I think I have certain motivations that work better than I expected. What happened to Booba ad? I removed the Booba ad. I don't want to get in trouble with Stoneforge. I don't think with the headbats. I don't think Stoneforge has anything against it, but I wanna be careful about it, you know. Can you ask Suberdom? I believe that you're asking that in good faith and respectfully. I don't have any experience to really properly tell you. I do think that I am some variety of Switch. Because I am happy taking care of people, but I also would not mind doting on being doted on or taken care of. But yeah, no. Because see, here's the thing. Sometimes we don't have external motivation to take care of ourselves. Sometimes it's just like, I do not have the brain sauce to make myself feel better. And to do the things that make me feel good. Like... washing my face, moisturizing, doing makeup every day, at least just a little bit. You know, wearing something nice and not just the pajamas that I slept in. You know? And sometimes like, I've even seen a lot of folks that are like, oh, I like women that can really take control. It's like, oh, you know, you got a mommy kink? No, I just have executive dysfunction. And sometimes that's not to say that, you know, oh, we gotta motivate ourselves completely. But, well, maybe there is some amount of, if I hear it a certain way, I'll do it. And sometimes the voice that tells me to do that in my head isn't necessarily subby.
You're such a good girl.
Mother, father, and son of a biscuit. I forgot those are in there. And I forgot that they're basically 10 cents. So like Zoink Scoob. Need me a Dom voice in my head to tell me to file my tax on time. Is that a request? Do you need a sound clip, Kibby? I am also potentially joking, so if you're not serious, I can hold back, but I've actually had people... Oh? If that's a legitimate request, I will actually stop. That's another thing, though. That is a thing that I did not expect. I did not have superpowers before I came out. Dying for laughing. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. For those who don't know, when I came out, I figured that I was going to be more of a girly girl. Like, oh, I'm so glad everyone's here. I'm glad. Thank you for spending your time with me. And I remember I hopped on like, hello, everybody. And people were like, mommy, sorry, mommy. And without skipping a beat, without thinking about it, my response was essentially, welcome back, honey. You must be exhausted. Go ahead and set your jacket down. I've got soup on the kitchen. Wait a minute. I surprised myself with my own mommy vibes. So, I learned about them, and I refined them, and I practiced, and I discovered what works for me and what works for others. And, well, I guess Mommy C is just a thing. I'm not complaining. And I imagine neither are you. But another thing that I will say, did I end up doing vocal lessons over time, or did the HRT help a lot? So, HRT does not impact trans voices much, sadly. I had some voice lessons, but it was less to get the tone and more to prevent myself from worsening the bump that had appeared on my vocal cords. Not a node, thank goodness. But it is still a bump. It is still essentially a buildup that I think might have been at least some part due to acid reflux. And it had an effect on how long I could stream and how long I could put my voice up in a certain way. So the lessons were more to just find a way to speak, because like completely naturally it's more like this. Like this is still kind of around. I will say that I've lost some of my lower range. But it's mostly just, so you speak up a little bit and then you add a little bit of tone. You just kind of speak from different parts of the mouth. And that shapes the tone. Yeah, so it's kind of just been little bits of that. So words are failing me. Ultimately, the lessons are more just to make sure that I was using my voice safely. And on some level, accepting that my lower voice was still valid and wonderful and feminine and beautiful. And that was met when I started speaking lower. Oh, hey, what was that for? What did I do? When I started speaking lower on stream after all, I thought that I was just going to be met with like, oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense. What I was met with was, mommy, sorry, mommy, and so that worked out well. So yeah, the voice lessons are mostly for safety, actually. Even better, now that I'm doing like keto-ish, I haven't calculated what kind of stuff that I need to do. Welcome back, Pixie. Like I haven't measured my like macros for keto, but
Excuse me?
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy?
Sorry.
Yes, kitten? Actually, I just got my walking papers from my voice therapist. She feels like I'm in a really good spot. I still need a lot of practice IO, but at least seems to be passable. That's fantastic. Congratulations. When doing femme voice, I sound like little sister. That's a start. So what I found helps is, so pitch can have an effect on it, but, I hear that butts. So you could have a voice that's very low and still have feminine tone. Here's the secret. It's a matter of where you speak from. Think about, Think about the difference between SpongeBob's voice and Patrick's voice. Resonance is kind of more important than pitch. Yeah. Because the thing is like, I guess about like,
Because hi, SpongeBob. The voice is actually kind of high, but the tone is very deep.
the vocal size is the same, but the vocal weight is very heavy. And then,
Hi, SpongeBob. Hello, SpongeBob.
the vocal,
You're such a good girl.
thank you. Whereas that voice, more of a Squidward voice, the vocal size is a little lower, but the vocal weight, the vocal weight is still a little, but the vocal size is actually kind of small. Because you can do
Voice.
voice. You see how, like, in changing the size of the sound, the vocal weight didn't, you keep the pitch where it was. Consider the weight to be the pitch. Marcy Katie A VTuber, or Marcy, is it Marcy Katie A or Marcy Katya? I'm glad you have gotten some more training and practice with your vocals overall. We'll never forget the set you showed up for backstage and you ripped out the tea kettle from your hotel room and were making tea backstage because your reflux had destroyed it. Yeah, I've definitely done that a couple times. I will say that, like, it's doing better now. I feel like I've built some stamina lately too. I started so much and it's why I stream. Aw. I think you've done fantastic, Tommy. Like, whenever I've watched you stream, you've done a stellar job. Hello. I took my squeaky voice and brought it down a little bit so it sounds a lot more feminine, but less squeaky like I was on helium. So the thing is, like, when you want feminine tone, it's a matter of, like, keeping the vocal weight natural. And then it's a matter of modulating the vocal size. Like, if I speak completely natural
When I pull it back here, the vocal size is a lot larger.
But then if I go over here, then the vocal size is a lot smaller to the point where it's like it's clearly a little bit forced.
So you find a spot in the middle. It's maybe, or I guess I wouldn't say in the middle so much as what comes naturally. What can you do naturally that still sounds doable? But if I ultimately want to use it full time, I will have to actually go to someone who's a professional because I tend to overcompensate sometimes or do something incorrectly. And it takes practice too. Like, there are resources online that can help you, but they aren't there to help you directly. And having someone that's there directly can help a lot. And there's ways that people can explain it to you. Hey, my voice too deep. Need to focus on voice training, but I'm so done with that stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. I remember thinking that it never would happen for me. Like, I was convinced that I would never even remotely pass, that my voice would always be low, that, like, I don't know. Yeah, heat from fire, fire from heat. That's a popular one. Used to go to speech therapy, so doing the vocal training that I would have had to do to use it full time, if it's not going to be any different, I hope. That makes sense. All the trans people I've met have insane vocal range. Honestly, yeah, it checks out. I'm the technology trans femme, not the art trans femme. I think I'm the Bandcamp and streamer trans femme, not the tech or art trans femme either. I forgot that tweet. It's like, you have come out as a trans woman. Please choose your class. See. Let me see if I can find the tweet. I don't think the original is... here we go. You just transition to being a girl. Choose a subclass. Programmer, pastel goth, regular goth, radical leftist, roller derby. I don't think I can say that word on Twitch. Bandcamp musician, professional streamer, YouTuber, sad poet, furry. Is it possible to spec into multiple classes? Gonna do some roller derby Saturday for the first time. Let's go. I hope it's a good time. I've heard that it's pretty intense. Like, it's there's a lot of pushing, shoving on roller skates. That sounds brutal. Computer chess. Yes. Thank you, Sandra. I'm glad that you like it. That has been one of my favorite things to hear people say. Is like, oh, your laugh is really like, thank you. Yeah, words have already failed me. By the way, so OBS is telling me that I've been streaming for about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So this is the last little bit that I have with you. Are there any questions, comments, remarks, redemptions in the next little bit? It works. It worked. Get him. Listen. No. Tommy, you don't even have to do that. What you do is you set up the most obvious trap ever with like the little basket and like a little X over it. And what you do is you set in that spot a set of programming stocks, a Warhammer 40K figure, and a Blowhigh plush from IKEA. Maybe some salty snacks. That is how you catch one of us willingly. And Vieira with that Ada redemption. Of course, darling, let me take care of you. Vieira, are you ready? Let me know. Oh, my face hurts from smiling. Ready? Ara, iko da ne. Timber. Oh, goodness. I gotta say, by the way, I was not super into like being spicy until I came out and it's just like, wait, this is kind of fun. Oh, think of that, Bats. Because I remember my old streams were like, what's up, everybody? I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. We're gonna make some Eurobeat. And I'm like, who's my good boys? Who's my good girls? Who's my good puppies? Who is it? Like, just all over, and just right now with the barking. Oh, delightful. Oh, y'all are too adorable. Highly boopable, the lot of you. But yeah, no, like it's fun and a little bit affirming. I don't know. I never would have thought of it. Did I just say? Did I? Did I say those words? Did I say those words? I might have. Oh, thank you, Tommy. I'm glad that you think so. But yeah, no, it's just really fun. Are y'all booping me as some form of retaliation? Don't forget I'm boopable too. I'm aware of this. Thank you. If I didn't want to be booped, I wouldn't make it a thing. Although I might bump up the price. I did the Moimokyun. I did the hydrates. I just did the Ada. I should probably rehydrate anyway, though. This is it for a few days. I'm probably not even going to be back until like Tuesday. Actually, back streaming until Tuesday. Let me double check though. Actually, I should really look at that. So I come back.
Down. Allow your eyes to meet mine. Good girl.
Forgot that one was on there. Well, okay. I forgot that one was on there. Are we celebrating that? Are we celebrating that? Anyway, well, what was that on about? Now that we get back into the next time the next time we hang, you won't have that kind of redemption. In person, I'm a very different beast, as I'm sure you know. And trust me, I still have all of this power in person. Just keep that in mind, okay, darling? That's a good kitten. Thank you for the celebration. I'm not a girl. I immediately sat down. Actually, Vera, genuine question. You don't have to answer this if you're not comfortable with it. Do you respond better to good boy, or do you respond better to good girl, or would you just prefer something more like good puppy? Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Oh, right. I was gonna check on that. I land after stream would have been done. So I'll be coming back to streaming on Tuesday, innit? Good puppy, duly noted. Okay. But yeah, no, it's weird discovering that I have superpowers. You know. I second the above motion. Wait, which one? Oh, puppy for you, Yo-Yo. The Bella voice. Wait, which one's Bella? What kind of voice is Bella? Is it this one? I technically have a redemption for this, but all of a sudden I feel like bringing it out properly for you. Is this satisfactory? Oh, the Bale voice. The Bale voice. My apologies. I'm not as good as that at that one, but I do bring it out from time to time. It is pretty cute, I'd say. Yeah, I do remember the Bell voice does have an effect on a few people. Is that something you're looking for? Audie Bell. Actually, Audie Bell, there's something cute for that. You know, just I'm died. Thank you forever. It was good catching up with you. I've been trying to get back into Twitch again, so we'll pop in. No worries, Kibby. Thank you so much for popping in, and thank you for the follow. It's good to see you again. Actually, you know what? Get VIP'd. Leighton gifting a sub to Tommy's Online. Can we get some love in the chat for Leighton for gifting 341 subs in this channel, and Tommy's Online for being around to receive that sub. Y'all, if you're not already following Tommy's Online, fix that. Tommy is amazing, a Yaru VTuber here on Twitch that plays all kinds of adorable and amazing games, and is themselves adorable and amazing. Get VIP to such a threat. It's like get doted on, get heckin' cherished. But yeah, Yeehaw Odyssey. I would never have thought about it that way. I must say though, I could see that being a thing. I could maybe reduce the price of that redemption. I don't think I do a very good job of the accent, but does that do something for you? Is this what you're aiming for, chat? Is this something that you enjoy? Is this something that you're looking for from me? It's up there with Yondacy in terms of stuff that Applejack. Rarity, you get back here right now. I simply can't, darling. Sorry. I'm too busy writing up these, simps, as it were. I can do too good of a rarity. You better bring that energy back to HarmonyCon. We'll see. I do declare. Is that Cowgirl Odyssey? I think it just broke my brain. Yondacy, that's Yandere Odyssey, where it's, how would I illustrate that particularly well? Just like, you're not supposed to go anywhere. Look at me, only at me, ever at me. Just look at me. I am the only place that your eyes belong. Chat, you can go nowhere else, and not that you would need anyone else. You are mine and only mine and no one else's. I won't let anyone have you but me. Are we clear? For a few reasons, I'm not very big on Yondisi myself, but that is a thing that I can do. It's just not my favorite Pixie. No. If this continues, I'll probably have to go and put a mask over my face because oh, that's so cute. Aw, gamer. Have I got you flustered? Have I turned your face a particular shade of red? Bless my stars, you're too adorable. Oh, too precious. Simply too precious. Well, is that one of those Noombas underneath that boot there? This is too fun. I forget. Can I do a really obnoxious, over-the-top Aussie accent next? Over-the-top, obnoxious Aussie accent. Southern girls who use oh goodness. Oh, sugar. You should have just asked for it. Do you prefer sugar? Do you prefer darling? Do you prefer sweetie? Do you prefer something a little less conventional like a kitten or pup? Simply ask and I will deliver, darling. Speak and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be open to you. Sugar, honey, iced tea. I see. Back in the Saddle Club, I learned to ride both English and Western pleasure. How is that, Vermouth? Is that to your liking? Is that satisfactory? It feels like I'm at home. Oh, goodness. I could do a manner of accents. It's simply fun for me to do. I'm just surprised that you all react to it the way that you do. I never thought that it would be so impactful, but I'm honored to do something that entertains you. Perhaps these could be future character streams. Oh, gamer. You're simply too adorable, darling. It's hard for me to help. All right, I should ease off. Last questions, comments, remarks, redemptions. Speak now or until Tuesday, hold your peace. Can I do a comical villain accent? I can do the Ojo-sama accent. Oh! These fools it would take them thousands of years to get on our level. You'll never find us. Or even, it's the twerp and his Pikachu. Quick, behind that rock.
I thought my argument was stone cold.
I just think you were stoned.
Thank you, Pixie. I'll be good. How many drill ponytails you got? None. I don't think I've had my hair up in that kind of thing. I don't think I've ever done like twin tails either. I don't know. It's just not a style that I've tried. But yeah, it's fun doing voices. Yeah. Last round of questions. I've still got like 4 minutes with y'all. Quick question: does anyone but me think that James from Team Rocket is femboy? I feel like femboy would be the lightest. I would almost argue that James might be like fluid, or like, or even just like envy, because you know what? James is gender, because like. Anything that James wears, James slays. Yeah, the bishop, so that's right. James is James, exactly. Yeah, James just wears what he wants. James, to my knowledge, uses he, him, but honestly, like, I would not question. I was so jealous of James. I wasn't sure which one to be jealous of, because, like, James looked the best in those outfits, but Jesse just had the hair and the accent. James pronouns are he. I see what you did there. Would you ever want to do voice acting? Sure. I'm too late for it now, but there was a voice acting gig that I considered doing. And I just don't have the wherewithal for it right now. Once I've whittled away a couple of projects that are on my plate right now, I would consider getting into voice acting. I mean, I've done little bits of voice acting in my music anyway. Like, There were some ones that I did with like Wild Joe's Eurobeat Band. I did stuff with like the Super Speedy Spider Squeezy 6000 cover. I did some for Nightmares. Magical Girl accent. Wait. Okay. I think I can do like, I am a voice actress from the 2000s and 2010s. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. You're just a pervert. Get out of there. Leave it to him to ruin it. I've gathered the 7 elements together. What's the final step? It's that little bit of nasal tone to it. I'm voicing Flash projects in the 2000s. Wait, really? Shonen protag. Okay, what would the shonen protagonist be? That'd be like... Actually, okay, there was a video of Cottontail and Nat playing Valorant together, and Nat had the perfect shonen protagonist voice, like... Feel the power of my... There's no way! Have you ever tried using What Are Your Voices with the Japanese that you've been learning? No, I don't have enough of a mastery of Japanese to do that. We'll defeat you with the power of friendship. We'll defeat you with the power of friendship. Feel the power. My baby. Why does that sound like something that would come from Cinderstream? I still love that moment on her stream where like they were trying to do a giveaway of the plushies, and the phrase was like, "We're not doing pee-pee for me." Did I do the wink? I have not done it yet. Allow me to do so now. All right. And there we have it. I know, voices are just fun to do though. We were at Cinderstream yesterday, but there was a past stream that she did with the pyro plush, and the giveaway. Like she was interacting directly with the Hellhound Council, and at one point the council just goes like, "Fard, if you use the code PB for me, and you can win a PB for me. I need to lie down." I don't know why I laugh like that at the end of voices. I wonder if it's a way to like, if it's a coping mechanism for people to not be like, oh, real voice or something. Oh, Ori streaming. Actually, who else is streaming? Naya's streaming, Akabalisa's streaming, Shinon, Psywave, Keelie, Vixwitch, Avalamp, Yumiko. Shinon did pop in earlier, yeah. Here's the thing though, I'll mention names of streamers and sometimes people will be like, oh yeah, you know, this one, that one. Sometimes they'll choose like a higher up, like a higher up thing. I thought you Google after you use a voice is your way of saying that you're always Gamer, I did not expect that, but thank you. All right, take care, Nathan. Thank you so much for popping in. Have a great rest of your evening and have a good weekend. Ooh. Naya's having a secret stream. Oh no, it's just another day of the Donathon. That's fine. What country flag is that? Transylvania? Am I a man? No, I am not. Sorry for the misspelling. My autocorrect is actually messing up today, so it's been on the fritz. Need to get a new phone. No worries, do what you gotta do. Like, I actually turned off, okay. Well, and you're shit. Anyhow. Words are failing me. Yeah, I actually turn off, like, autocorrect as much as I can. Like, I let it suggest stuff, but, when it comes to, like, having it change things, when it comes to, like, actually writing it out for me, I don't let it do that. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't want to hear about what counts as a girl or not from someone who's clearly never been around one. You know? Transylvania is all the cute girls and guys are from. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, like, that's just how life is. Right. I should probably pick someone. VG Boot Camp is doing stuff. Yeah, what country is this flag from, and why do all the cute girls have it in their bio? Need the Dawn voice just saying no. You know what? Bet. Oh. No bitches? Wait, no, better. No bitches? No bitches. No bitches. Thank you. Yes, clip it. Oh. All right, friends. It's just a matter of time now. I just need to pick someone. I'm kind of tempted to raid Ori. I was trying to say your type was when you giggle after that, you voiced. Thank you, gamer. I'm glad that you think so. I do like being cute. I don't know. As much as I like being mommy, sometimes I also enjoy just being found cute. I would sooner quit my gacha addiction before I get a bitch. I mean, if that's a willing decision, then that's fine. How do I say it? I have seldom had more opportunities for accompaniment than after I came out. Like, don't get me wrong. I did have the occasional offer from time to time as 1.0. In fact, I remember there was a married woman that offered to me, which was surprising. But after I came out, I was like, oh, okay. So hi, Odyssey. Wow, look at you. Goodness, hi. And I was like, hi, hello, hi. I'm girl now. Oh, is that right? Look at you. It's like, oh, okay. I'm not ready for that yet. You know, had to figure a few things out. I don't know. I just like attention. I gotta be real. All right, friends. You know what? I want to read Ori. I'm gonna make an executive decision. The Odyssey has a purpose. Hello, Captain KO. I'm not sure what to make of that phrase, but I'm glad you're here. You are popping in just as we're about to hop out. So, we're gonna raid Orihime VT. Ori is an artist and a great one at that. Actually, a fantastic graphic artist. She's done work for agencies, for indies. She's done layouts and schedules and all kinds of amazing just graphic design. I make of it as robotic toe meat. You're making no sense, friend. You're confusing. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to think about it. Am I ending stream in less than 10 minutes? Yes, but that gives you a weekend to speak some sense. All right, friends. Thank you so much for popping in today. Today was super fun. Thank you for bearing with the tech issues. Thank you so much for hearing me out on stuff and hearing me ramble once again. And I love streaming and I love spending time with you. And as much as I'm looking forward to Touhoufest this weekend in Torrance, California, an entire weekend of all kinds of Touhou-related events and even some of its biggest stars, I'm also looking forward to the day that I can come back and share about it with you. And of course, it's not fair for me to leave until I give you a freebie. So, think for that, bats. Here we go. I think I'll do it in English, just to be fair. Welcome back, darling. Would you like dinner? Would you like a bath? Or would you like me? And on that note, it's time to raid Orihime. Is it Orihime VT or just Orihime? It's just Orihime. All right. Thank you so much for coming. I will see. Oh, Thank you so much for coming. I will see you on Tuesday. Until then, this is Odyssey of Odyssey Your Beat signing out. Bye-bye. Let's go to the sea. Bye-bye. Mwah. Bye-bye. See you on Tuesday. Or if you're going to Touhoufest, then, I'll see you there. And yes, this is our raid message. If you do not have that particular emote, then any heart will do. You can do, You can do this and then just do like Audi raid. You can copy that a bunch of times and spam that. But if you do have the Audi heart emote or Audi love emote, I recommend that. Bye-bye. Let's go to the sea. Bye-bye. See you on Tuesday. Still got to pack and do laundry. Crap.